Yo guys, what is up? Russ here, coming at you once again with another Horrific Vision guide. This one hopefully a bit shorter than the previous one. Originally I was going to do the same kind of thing where I just gave you a pack by pack route but on my Demon Hunter from a melee point of view. I decided to change it up slightly and I'm going to go with, I guess, a fast but safe route. So not overpulling too much, not taking too many risks, but making it slightly faster than a pull by pull. So if something, if the safest possible route, if you're looking for the safest possible route, then I would say check out the Hunter one where I go pack by pack every single time. So I'm just going to jump into the vision now. I'm going to be running. I advised against running over 40 corruption in the Hunter video. This time I'm going to take 55 because my Demon Hunter can handle it. So this kind of guide I'll be playing, or this video I'll be playing a bit more fast and loose, I guess, than I did on my Hunter. So I'm going to be running 55 corruption. I'm running a Twilight Devastation, rank 3, 2 gushing wounds, which I'm very fortunate to have, and 1 Raden weapon, the Unduant Caress. So I'm going to run these talents as well. I'll show them again when I get off the loading screen. That's my mistake. But yeah, I'm going to be running basically your standard build, and instead of Netherwalk, which I would take for raids and Mythic Plus, I'll run Soul Rending because there's not too many reasons for me to Netherwalk inside these visions. I'd rather have the extra healing, especially when I'm running a Twilight Devastation or something. A proc of that could pretty much heal you to full. Not that Demon Hunters don't have enough healing as it is anyway. So I will just turn on these masks really quickly, making sure that I check the debuff for 125% increased mementos. So you never want to accidentally turn on 4 masks and not 5 or something like that, and you'll miss out on your item or something. So I'm going to go into the vision. I'm just going to quickly flask, and I'm going to eat some food while I talk to Rathian, and then we're going to get going. The essences I'm running as well is standard Mythic Plus essences, really. I'm just going to be going with the Beam Major, Iris, Vision Minor, Purification Minor, and Breath of the Dying Minor. You can also go with Purification Major if you do want to get a couple more. I'm going to mount up here, get a couple more like beams off, and it can also, because these are all aberrations in here, you can also get rid of your what would I say? You can sorry, I completely lost my train of thought. Yeah, you can vaporize the mobs instantly. So there I just used my beam. I got my Vision of the Titans proc. I'm actually going to turn off my game sounds because they're kind of distracting me. So what I will do is interrupt one of these and stun the other when they proc. These guys do the intimidating shout, so you just run into them. Do nothing too crazy. Going to open up any chests I find along the way. And yeah, I'm just going to keep pulling. I'm going to take pack by pack. I'm going to do it, fast but safe. So I'm aiming for kind of a 20-minute, maybe, yeah, about a 20-minute run, something like that. So, but without taking any risks. I want to try and not use any orbs, but if I have to, there's no harm in doing so, right? As I said in the previous video, there is no gain to ending the run with 3 orbs or something. You don't get any extra rewards or anything. So, gonna do my usual route, going into the Blacksmith, checking if this guy is up, and he is. So, just gonna take him out short and sweet. I'm probably gonna use Metamorphosis on him. And yeah, just interrupt him or dodge. You can dodge the Flame Breath too. And yeah, that's my 10% damage buff now for the entire run, which is going to be useful. Just going to speed things up by, I guess, 10%. Going to come here, check this guy with a potion. He has a black potion. So I'm looking for green potions. I'm not going to take any extra potions. I don't want to make the mistake that I have done before, where I accidentally get stunned for about 5, 6, 7 seconds or something. Oh sorry, I think it's about 5 seconds, but it can lead into a chain stun or something, or like another mechanic, So I'm only looking for green sanity potions because they don't give you a buff, and when the buff expires, it's gonna screw you over. So pretty easy so far. Demon Hunters have a lot of healing, so once things start to die, you can pick up the orbs that spawn on the ground, and they will heal you back up. Basically, whenever I get a Vision of Titans proc, I'm going to decide that I'm going to start running, I'm just going to run it down basically every time I get a proc. So I'm just going to play safe until I get a proc, and then I'm going to probably play a bit more aggro for 20 seconds or so, and then go back to playing safe. So this guy, very easy to take out. Just run against the beam, dodge the swirlies if you need to. If you're playing this on the Demon Hunter, you can you know, just dash away from them. They don't always spawn on you, as you can see there. He fires them outwards, so it does 3 bounces. So as long as you dodge the first one, it's kind of a projectile, so the first one will go on me, and then you see it's bouncing in a line. Yes. So I'm gonna hit Garona here, talk to her, make sure she starts to RP, and then I'm gonna dodge that. Nope, never mind, I didn't dodge it. My bad, my bad. Let her go and start talking to people. On this pack, you want to be focusing the Dominator. He does a Shadowbolt cast, which you don't need to interrupt. And then the second cast you will, which is called Touch of the Abyss. You saw it there for a second until my Lash of the Void absolutely smashed his face in. And these Blade Storms don't need to do much. I think they also do a Shockwave, so you probably want to dodge that one. These guys don't do too much. And I got my proc, as you can see here. So I'm just going to go and probably pull 2 packs here. And on this pack on down here, you want to be hitting the Dominator again on the right. You might get a second cast off here. In which case, Touch of the Abyss. I interrupted that one really quickly. Now, these appendages, you do want to stand in melee range, just so they don't keep burrowing. They do get quite annoying if that happens. I accidentally got stunned by, I believe it was my Shard. This Dark Delusions Madness. One can be annoying. It can catch you out. I don't really pay too much attention to it. And sometimes it does catch me off guard, but fortunately I have not died to it yet. So we'll see, I guess, how that goes in future. You know, there's always a first time for everything. Now here I'm just going to open up the shop and attack Sneng, make sure he's on top of me. And I'm just going to walk him over to the next door. So the next door I have to open is this kind of a rocket shop. I think it's the engineering workshop. There we go. It lit up now. So I'm just keeping my eyes peeled as I go through the run for green potions. Sometimes I don't really understand how this works. Sometimes you can open both. Sometimes you can only open one first and you have to do one then the other. I really don't understand how that one works. So I'm just kind of keeping an eye open for green potions, but I don't seem to need any just yet. I've got an elite here, and then I have Misha coming up straight after this. So I'm okay for Sanity. I'm going to get 200 back off this elite, and I'm going to get 200 back off Misha as well. So I've got 400 coming my way. On this guy, you just want to run inside his melee hitbox. And yeah, I guess I'm just going to use Metamorphosis. You want to run... Oh god, that was not good. The flamey feet there was really not a good time, so I'm going to have to sidestep this Void Torrent. Usually though, I will show you, I will probably delay the kill. Okay, I'm getting it again. Like if you stand right inside his hitbox, you can dodge the Void Torrent. He'll fire it behind me now. Okay, it's not working for some reason. Weird. He backpedaled and then he... This is not going well. This is really not going well. Okay, we got the Sanity back. Oof, that was a bit close. My bad, my bad. So that was really embarrassing. I almost lost my cheat death there. Okay, I got my Visions proc. So I guess that proves a valuable lesson. Bad things can still happen, even when you're trying to talk through how to play good. So that's actually my bad. You can usually stand inside his hitbox. Maybe they've patched it. So I guess don't try it on your first run then. Just take the Void Torrent the long way, I guess. Now that we're inside this zone, I'm gonna kind of be very careful with my movement. I don't want to be moving any more than is absolutely necessary, because I'm going to be suffering now from the Leaden Foot Madness, which is obviously going to make me more and more immobile as time goes on. Watch out for these Bone Crusher packs. These are probably my least favorite mob in the entire Orgrimmar Vision, because they do a knockback, which can knock you into extra packs, and they also do a lot of damage in like a big burst. They usually kill my pets on my Hunter, and on my Demon Hunter, you know, they can hit you back into the inside the split personality, the clones that spawn around you. So I tend to use my my stun. So I'm running Fell Eruption, the talent right now, and I tend to use my Fell Eruption on those Bone Crusher mobs as I go in. And if I really need the extra CC, I'll also use my Chaos Nova. I didn't need it on that pack, but if you ever feel like you're falling behind or in trouble, then you can always just, you know, throw down some CC. You've also got Imprison and things like that if you need a kind of ghetto interrupt. I'm going to go straight into this pack and probably use my beam here. And I just got my Vision of the Titans proc, so I'm going to instantly pull this next elite, hoping that he doesn't do too much damage. I'm going to blur just in case, because like I'm okay for Sanity, but I don't know if he's gonna hurt me with my health pool, right? Just gonna try and dodge his, like sidestep his breaths as I go. and the swirly's on the ground. And he's going to give me 200 sanity back. And now we're looking pretty okay for Rexxar. Just to kind of make sure that I don't have to use an orb, I'm actually going to eat a kebab now. I have only 2 on me, so that's kind of unfortunate, but I'm going to eat a kebab, get back up to around 500 sanity, and then I probably shouldn't have to use one of my restoration orbs before Rexxar. There's always a mob that spawns next to this chest, so I'm going to make sure I make short work of that guy. You can also double jump and do a vengeful retreat over these. So I don't usually do it, you know, on cooldown, but if I'm ever in a sticky situation, I'll make sure that I'm double jump vengeful retreating. Some people have told me you can get over it with double jump if you do your double jump at the absolute apex of your jump. Like now I probably can but that's because I'm on like a hill, right? If you have a height advantage, you can definitely get over it. I'll try it for you actually on my next one. Next one that spawns on flat ground, I will try it out in this video. Live reaction from Rasuke. So this bone crusher, as you see, he did a knockback. So you can definitely do it if you do it from, you know, from a height advantage if you're going down a hill, for sure. I know that much. I'm going to do Rexxar first, since I've got my proc right now. I'm going to pop a Bloodlust and a pre-pot. I do click my Bloodlust, guys, because you never want to Bloodlust by accident. I've had a lot of problems with people inside raids and things like pugs and things like that who Bloodlust by accident. It's really not a fun time. I'm gonna use my method just because, even though I probably didn't need to, just for the extra kind of like burst. So let me try here at the apex of my jump. Oh, looks like you can. Looks like you can on completely flat ground. So not if you spam double jump, but if you double jump like at the very top of the jump and then glide, looks like you can get over the split personality. So that's kind of reliable. I wouldn't risk it in a I wouldn't risk it in a dodgy scenario. You know, if I'm in the middle of a pack and I really need to move, I probably wouldn't take the risk of being disoriented for 4 seconds while everything is hitting me. It's basically a stun, right? It's not a disorient that breaks on damage. It's a straight up, you are just CC'd for 4 seconds. So, and you'd be walking around laying down your burning bridge patches, so that's extra sanity lost. So I'm just going to head back to the start, and now we're going to be heading to Valley of Wisdom, and then we're going to finish off with Valley of Spirits. So I'll just run ahead. We're pretty good on sanity, as you can see. I'm going to be taking this sort of safe. I've almost depleted a key to this pack before, not because the pack is hard, okay? You know, there's nothing too difficult about these four Void Workers. However, okay, I just got a proc, so I'm going to just run straight into this guy. However, I kind of just ran past them, pulled them, and I was like, oh, they'll catch up to me and I'll AoE them down, you know, cleave them with something passively. It turned out that is not how it worked, and I think they ran through this kind of rock, this wall here, and they ended up getting, I think they went all the way over the top and then down the other side, which is quite a way up and quite a way down. So it took a long time, and I got stuck in combat for a long time, and I couldn't use an orb, and I almost depleted the key. Forgive my hiccup there, sorry. Hopefully I don't get hiccups midway through recording this video, because, you know, it's not something I can just go back and re-record. I have to have 10,000 coalesce visions to get inside these visions. So basically I have one chance at recording this video every, you know, 3 or 4 days maybe. On this pack though, I'm going to pull the Dominators. I'm actually going to lay down my AoE stun as soon as I can, and I'm going to use my laser beam, because I really don't want to get, you know, the double stun off from those Dominators. It's a double Dominator pack. So if you can, you could CC one of them. I'm not sure if they're aberrations or humanoids actually. Let's see. They are humanoids. So I could imprison one and then pull the others, right? My Twilight Devastation just broke that, but... So on this one, I'm going to interrupt it from range. Thank God I'm a Demon Hunter. And yeah, Twilight Devastation, I guess, can screw you over sometimes. So you can imprison those if you are playing on a Demon Hunter, or trap them, or if you're a warrior, you could, I guess, fear them or something like that. So there is options. You just probably want to focus one while you CC the other, and you should be good. Like, they don't have too much health. They're clothies. They die quite quickly, so you can probably make short work of one while the other one is set inside a CC, so you don't have the fears overlapping. The worst thing that can happen is pretty much you get chain feared. So this pack, I'm just going to pull it by itself. I do have my... in fact, I'm going to pull this one into this mob. Now, because I have a Metamorphosis ready. So I'm just going to run a Metamorphosis here. He's going to put one blob down on the ground, and then the next one, you kind of have to dash. and he's just going to alternate between the one he puts at your feet and then the big cone. Luckily, I killed him very quick because I had cooldowns. But yeah, it's pretty much use a it's a patch on the ground which you just want to sidestep, and then a bigger patch which is like 6 small patches in a triangle, and you just want to dash or ventral retreat or pre-move. Like when I say pre-move, I mean just start moving before he even puts it down. So you kind of have to think ahead and anticipate that. Something that will probably be a common theme in some of my videos. As I get better at making these, I guess this is my first few attempts at making kind of videos, and I honestly would really appreciate any feedback that you guys do have. If I'm explaining stuff well, if I'm explaining stuff badly, if I'm skipping pieces of information that you feel are important. Like honestly, I would much rather take some criticism than suffer in silence, you know. So honestly, shred me. I'll just say roast me, you know. Just tear me apart. Tell me what's bad, and I will try and fix it. Because if I don't know, I can never fix it, right? So this guy's gonna throw me, and then he's gonna do a swirly on the ground, which I just want to move out of. So as soon as he starts throwing you, as soon as you feel like your character's control is taken away from you, you want to be starting to move or anticipating his leap, right? So as you can see, I'm back all the way up to full sanity now. And I've done, this is the last boss before I've done 3 out of the 4 zones, right? He's going to do a defiled ground. This might actually hit me. It did, so that's not good. That's not good. So that was real bad of me. So he's going to do defiled ground into the balls, which you can just stand inside his hitbox, which is this red circle here around him. And then he's going to do defiled ground, which you want to sidestep. And then he's going to spawn the adds. There they are. And then he's going to... okay, now I got this mechanic. I'm just going to do defile ground again. You just got to keep a mental, roughly 10-second boss timer or ability timer or something in your head, right? So that you can kind of anticipate. It's the same tip I'll give you on Thrall. He's going to throw out the exact same ability called defiled ground on roughly a 10-second cooldown. So I just kind of set a mental clock going inside my head, and I just I just every time I feel like it's been like, I don't know, 6-7 seconds, he's gonna do it in the next couple seconds. As soon as I'll just think about that every 6 or 7 seconds, and I'll be ready for it. So I'll be watching his animation and his cast bar and things, and then going at this. On this Void Walker, you want to interrupt his burst, his cast. He's going to stack like an increased shadow damage taken debuff on you, which it scales with all shadow damage, and Grand Illusion does shadow damage. So if a Grand Illusion does spawn on you, as you have that debuff, it is going to hit you twice as hard. And that could spell death in some situations. I have died to that in Stormwind on the Voidwalkers in the Mage District, which I will be bringing a video out about in just a few days on the reset. I'm going to be making 2 more of these videos, and don't worry, my channel is not just going to be about visions. I'm going to expand it out. I'm currently working on another series, and I'm probably going to upload some higher keys and things like that, and speak through my decision making process on kind of like higher level Mythic Plus keys. Nothing too crazy. I'm not a world first pusher or anything like that. I don't do like plus 25s and things, but somewhere around 20s, 21s, maybe a couple 19s, because it's high enough to get a good it's high enough to get some good footage and a good idea for the dungeon, but it's not too high that it's unrealistic for the average viewer or something, right? So I'm just doing the last totem. I'm going to walk past these 2 mobs here, and then I'm just going to pull the boss. This guy's very easy. I'm going to try and bait the hopelessness between the mailbox. I got it. So I just want to be... I just want to try and bait it in there so that it will spawn kind of directly on top of me. Didn't that time. It went behind me, unfortunately. But yeah, you can, if it flies, it chooses a random direction of 360 degrees, and it will just fly one of those directions. If it happens to fly into something like a piece of terrain that you're standing next to, I can stand between here and it will put it there, or I could stand, between these boxes or the cactus or against this wall, or even if I could stand behind here and it will most likely go here, right? I've got almost the entire area covered by that, so. And I'm gonna skip the mailboxes on this one. I'm just going to go straight down to Thrall. In 47 seconds, I'm going to be having my vision of the Titans back, and yeah, I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna chill and wait for that, that 38 seconds now, so I can try and force my Vision of the Titans proc off killing the boars, because you want to be hitting the boars first. They're going to be doing a lot of sanity damage to you, and you're going to be killing the boars as quickly as you can. And watching Thrall for his defiled ground cast, which is going to be the cone in front of him, or the line in front of him actually. So I'm just going to sit and chill for I'll use an orb just to be safe, you know. As I said, there's nothing wrong with using an orb. I could have done is I haven't used my cheat death. I haven't used any orbs. Like, I can do this with the sanity I have, but I'm just going to use one for the sake of showing you and proving a point. There's nothing wrong with using an extra orb, right? I'm actually going to just check I did all the objectives, because this run felt really short. So I'm going to walk forward. I'm going to pull the pigs into the thing. Don't get knocked out of the door. I'm going to use my stun. I'm going to use my metamorphosis. He's doing his defiled ground now, so I sidestep that one, walk behind him. I got the proc on the Vision of the Titans, and here my Bloodlust is actually not up, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to pop it later, but you might have Bloodlust ready again at this point, and you can use a pre-potion. I don't need to, so I'm not going to, but that's pretty much it. All you have to do with Thrall is just chill. I don't think you can break this Curse of the Void shield. It's pretty hard to break. He has so much HP with 5 masks that you need some absolutely insane burst damage to get through it. It doesn't seem to do too much, so I would just say pull your resources or build your resources even in that. Doing defiled ground, I'm sidestepping that, moving away from the stuff on the ground, and yeah, pretty simple fight. Illyria, I really hate that fight, so you're gonna have some fun times watching me doing Illyria on the Stormwind videos next week. They're going to be quite the different kettle of fish. So there you go, 5 masks done pretty quickly. I'd say that was roughly 20 minutes. I don't know until I edit back this footage and things, but not too bad. And now I'm just going to go straight to the middle chest, expect a bad item, and we'll see what we get. What did I get? Masterful 1. Terrible item for a demon hunter, but you know, good item for a mage, a warlock, or something like that. So not too bad, but yeah, it could have been worse. It can always be worse, right? You could get surging vitality or something. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. The Stormwind videos will be coming next week. I'm just going to upload this kind of raw because I want to get it out there. As I said, let me know if you do want to see any different kind of videos. Honestly, I'm up for making what people want me to make, because I've got some ideas, but if there's something that, you know, you guys particularly want to see, or, you know, I feel like I'm getting a lot of questions on stream about one particular thing, I'll feel like I should put that into a video or something, just so I don't have to keep repeating myself and things. So but yeah, as always, write in the comment section below if you've got any questions, or come check me out on stream. I will answer anything. Stream's been going really well lately, so it'd be awesome to see some of you guys there. And yeah, I guess until next time, that's about it. I'll link the stream down below and probably put it on screen for you now. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. In the next couple of days, I should hopefully be having a video coming out, the first part of my new series, which will be me soloing the game, completely solo, from a pretty much fresh character, very old and not up-to-date character, soloing the entire game, no help from anybody, not friends, not guildies, not stream help, not anything. And the goal is I want to get a plus 15 done on that guy in time on every single dungeon. So that will be a multiple part series. The first installment should be coming in the next couple of days, hopefully before the weekly reset, which is Wednesday for me. I am on EU, so hopefully I'll see you in there. And then I've got 2 more Vision videos, and whatever you guys want me to make, honestly, put any ideas that you have that you thought, I don't know, think something that you want someone to make, and if I think it's good, I'll make it. So until next time, thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and yeah, like the video. All right, bye guys.